It's Wednesday night, 5:59 p.m. on the 14th of January 2026. I want to start off with a little quick view of Messier 77. This is a 0.1 second exposure, roughly the equivalent of a 4-inch refractor. And let's see, this is about 100x right here. This is the view that Charles Messier may have had through his 4-inch long focus refractor on top of Hotel de Cluny, Paris, when he was searching for comets. And this is number 77 on his list. And this is a similar 100x view that you might get through a 6-inch telescope. For instance, the f4 fast new I'm using now at about the same magnification, about at 70%, roughly 100x. So we're starting to see some visible extensions in Messier 77. Okay, here, after we get a few stacks, is a view of what you might get if you had a 12-inch scope, which is a favorite among amateur astronomers who are interested in galaxies. We see the core, we see extensions, and we see the aura of nebulosity surrounding the galaxy. Now remember, it's a little bit pre-sky dark, so not quite the best views, but roughly the views you might have had you had a 12-inch scope out at this time. And for our final view, let's have a look at how Messier 77 would look through a 24-inch telescope, which would be a rather large model that, for instance, Steve Gottlieb had a chance to view galaxies through in the 2010s and 2015s. So that's our view. We've got 5 stacks, and now I am going to push on with the NGC 1050 to 1099 series this evening. Once again, very quickly stepping through the catalog. Okay, we're off to NGC 1050, a galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 12.6, 1.4 by 1.1 arc minutes. It's a spiral with a bar, and it's 176 million light years distant. This galaxy has a lower class A, so it's close to being lenticular, a mature galaxy. RA2 4235 with a declination of plus 34, 45, 47. Our kickoff view for the evening. NGC is a bright galaxy, 1052, in Cetus, magnitude 10.5, but rather smallish. 2.8 by 2 arc minute elliptical, so a very intense core with an aura extending around, a little oblate because of that apparent size. 65 million light years distant, puts it at about 60,000 light years in diameter. We've seen these galaxies here last night, and they're all west of this NGC series. We're at right-ascension, 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 4 seconds with a declination of declination minus 8 degrees, 15 minutes, 20 seconds. Pushing it up a little bit, capturing all those galaxies in the same field. Skipping over a few duplicate galaxies that we captured last night, we're on to NGC 1054, galaxy in Aries, magnitude 13.6, 0.9 by 0.5 arc minutes, kind of small for 13th. Spiral with a lowercase bc, 437 million light years distant, means this baby's about 130,000 light years in diameter. I believe the galaxy is located right there. It's at right ascension, 2 hours, 42:15, declination plus 18, 1302. Let me run it up a little bit in magnification before we bail. Here we have a beautiful edge-on galaxy in Cetus, NGC 1055, magnitude 10.6. 7.6 by 3 arc minute spiral with a bar, you can tell that, and a lowercase b, a kind of a brightish core. 44 million light years distant, puts this about the size of our own Milky Way, maybe a little smaller, maybe 90,000 light years in diameter. RA2 4145 with a declination just above the celestial equator of 26 minutes 32 seconds. Notice the nice dark lane demarcating its northeastern frontier. Okay, we got neighbor dogs in the backyard right now and visitors. Say hello, everybody. Anyway, this is NGC 1056 at 30x. I'm going to push it up to 75. Now you can see this galaxy. It is magnitude 12.4. It's 2.4 by 1.1 arc minute, which means it's about a 15th of the size of the moon. It's a spiral of class A, which means it's pretty grown up. It's probably, I was just explaining that to a child here. Anyway, it's pretty grown up. Not fully grown up, but let's say it's a teenager. Okay, so this galaxy is in Aries. It's 69 million light years distant. And in my head, I got to do a quick calculation. The size times the distance tells me this galaxy is about 40,000 light years in diameter. And it's about half the size of the galaxy, the Milky Way. So it's kind of small. And then I go on to say, it's located at right ascension 2 hours, 42 minutes, 48 seconds with a declination of plus 28, 34, 26. And I try to get it all done within 40. Now we're on to NGC 1057, a galaxy in Triangulum, the triangle. It's magnitude 14.2. This is too bright, but this one's about right. It's 1.2 by 0.8 arc minutes. If I'm not sure which galaxy it is, look, there's 4 galaxies right there. Who knows which one it is? I look at the size, 1.2 by 0.8 arc minutes. I also notice it's a fully mature lenticular spiral. So it's going to have a bright core. Does this one have a bright core? No. Does this one? No. This one does, but it's not our galaxy. This is our baby, probably right here. It's 256 million light years distant, so I do a quick calculation in my head. It's probably about 75,000 light years in diameter. We're at right ascension 2 hours, 43 minutes, 2 seconds. Declination plus 32 degrees, 29, 28. And we're looking through some pretty nice skies tonight. Here we're on to NGC 1058, a galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 11.2. That's probably it. It's pretty bright, isn't it, folks? Spiral with a lowercase c. Ooh, means it's pretty young. It's probably 8 years of age in human years. And it's 3.2 by 3.1 arc minutes, 30 million light years distant. Pretty close, maybe 30,000 light years in diameter maximum. I'm going to zoom in. We're going to get a better view. Look at all the nice detail in that galaxy. We're at 2 hours, 43 minutes, 29 seconds with a declination of plus 37 degrees, 20 minutes, 27 seconds. NGC 1060 is a galaxy in Triangulum, magnitude 11.8. Oh, we just had a satellite passage. I hope it wasn't that one. It's probably this one. Get a lot of those. Yeah. Magnitude 11.8, 2.3 by 1.7 arc minutes. It's got a star of magnitude 15.7 in it. We should be seeing it. I cannot believe it. Lenticular spiral. There's no way it's got a magnitude 15.7. That's what it says here. 236 million light years distant, RA 243.15 with a declination of plus 32, 25, 29. Okay, we're off to NGC 1061, Galaxy in Triangle. My friends have left for the evening, and they enjoyed this evening, and I certainly enjoyed being here. 1061 is a Galaxy in Triangle, magnitude 14.9 by 0.6 arc minutes, very immature. Spiral with a D class, 181 million light years distant, RA 243.15, declination plus 32.28. I got to keep moving because we're going to get roof tri blockage soon. NGC 1062 is very close to 61. It's a galaxy in Triangle, magnitude 15.5, probably photographic, so maybe magnitude, it's a spiral C, so maybe magnitude 15. It's 1.2 by 1.3 arc minute. We're looking for something edgy on here. I'm going to probably have to press the magnification a bit to make it out. That could be it right there. We're at right ascension 2 hours, 43.44 with a declination of plus 32, 29, 44 seconds. As you can tell from the background sky, we've head south. We're down in Cetus for a galaxy magnitude 14, NGC 1063. 1.4 by 0.5 arc minutes. I do believe we're seeing it right there. It's a spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, young teenager type galaxy, 409 million light years distant. Its size is probably larger than Messier 31, maybe 170,000 light years. Right ascension 2, 4209, declination minus 5, 34.7. I got to keep moving. I do not want to get things truncated with the roof tri. NGC 1064 is another galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 14, 1.1 by 1 arc minute spiral with lowercase c. It has a ring. which I doubt we'll see because they're typically about 4 magnitudes fainter. So that would put this one at about magnitude 18. The best we're going to do is magnitude 17 at 5-second exposures. It's at 413 million light years, which puts it about the size of Messier 31, RA 24223, with a declination of minus 921.46. NGC 1065 is sharing some light in the field with a reflection off a power line. It's a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 14, 0.8 by 0.7 arc-minute size lenticular. I think we can make it out. It's one of these babies here. You have to consult with adventuresindeepspace.com to figure out which one. RA 24206, declination minus 150530. It's 330 million light years distance, so probably about 80,000 light years in diameter. Okay, we're off to NGC 1066, galaxy further north in Triangulum, magnitude 13.3, pretty much face on, 1.7 by 1.6 arc-minute elliptical, 201 million light years distant, about the size of our own Milky Way at 100,000 light years. Right ascension 24349 with a declination of plus 322828. It's one of that group of galaxies there. I'm not seeing any others. Magnitude 13.3 should be quite present, perhaps right here. NGC 1067 was a neighbor, magnitude 13.7, 1.1 by 1 arc-minute, spiral with a lowercase c. Look at the difference between these two galaxies. This one's further east. It's probably 1067. Bright core, faint core. 206 million light years distant puts it at about 65,000 light years in diameter. Looks like there's an Edgeon right here too, and some other fainties. Plenty of galaxies in this region. It's right ascension 24350, declination plus 323041. Let's do a zoom in, capture more of this region of galaxies for our viewing pleasure. Well, this next galaxy should look familiar. It's NGC 1068. It's a galaxy in Cetus. Magnitude 8.9, 7.3 by 6.3 arc-minute, spiral with a bar and a lower with peculiarities, so there's some disturbances in it. 51 million light years distant, puts it about the size of our Milky Way. RA 24240, it's right on the celestial equator at 0, 0, and 48 seconds. Of course, you are looking at Messier 77 galaxy strip. Okay, we're off now to NGC 1069, another galaxy in Cetus. It seems to be quite apparent in the field. Magnitude 14.5. Try to guess what maturity this galaxy is. 1.4 by 0.9 arc minutes. Spiral with a lowercase c. Anyone? 421 million light years distance, larger than Messier 31, maybe 170,000 light years in diameter. RA 243 and declination minus 81721. There's 150x view. NGC 1070 is another galaxy in Cetus. Magnitude 11.9, 2.3 by 1.9 arc-minute, spiral with a lowercase b, twice removed from lenticular, 183 million light years distant, probably over 100,000 light years in diameter. RA 24322 with a declination of plus 45804. And out. We're off to NGC 1071, another galaxy in Cetus the Whale. Not quite apparent on the screen, but it is there. Magnitude 15, 1.2 by 0.5 arc-minutes. It's a spiral with A, so it's got a fairly bright core, and a ring. Of course, that ring will be about magnitude 19. 512 million light years distant, means it's about 180,000 light years in diameter, a biggie. I would go to the skylive.com and see if you can see that ring and plug in NGC 1071. We're at RA 24308, declination minus 84628. Okay, another galaxy on the celestial equator, NGC 1072, galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 13.4. 1.5 by 0.5. I think that baby qualifies quite nicely, don't you? Spiral with a bar, lowercase ab, and an angularity. Once again, theskylive.com. 358 million light years distant means this, about 160 to 170,000 light years in diameter. RA 24331 with a declination of 18 minutes and 24 seconds in the positive. Okay, we're off to NGC 1073. It's magnitude 11, 4.9 by 4.3 arc minutes. I think you can see the limits of it. Brightest core, faintest extensions. Push it up to 100% and back it down so you can make out that angularity. 4.943, spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 52 million light years distant, maybe 75,000 light years in diameter. RA 24340, declination +1, 22, 30. We're not seeing the angularity, but we are seeing spiral arms wrapping almost all the way around. Okay, we're getting diffraction from the power line for NGC 1074, galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 14, 2 by 1.3 arc minutes, kind of large for that fainted galaxy. You can see it in the background there. 346 million light years distant, probably 200,000 light years in diameter. RA 24336 with a declination of -16, 1749. Okay, NGC 1075 was a neighbor of 1074. It's a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 15. I did not bother to shift the scope. 0.8 by 0.6 arc minute, spiral with a bar, and lenticular A, which means very close to a fully mature spiral galaxy, 349 million light years distant, about the size of the Milky Way. We're at RA 24333 with a declination of -1612.05. Okay, we're running a little bit behind. We're 16 minutes and we're only halfway through the studies of the evening. NGC 1076, galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 13, 2 by 1.1 arc minute. Spiral with a lowercase a, 92 million light years distant, 24329, declination -144517. We're streaking to Perseus. I wanted to give you that nice magnified view of our last galaxy, 1076. Okay, we're starting to get some roof tri blockage. We've gone to NGC 1077A. It's in galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 16, going to be a toughie. 1.1 by 0.8 arc minute, spiral with a lowercase b, 398 million light years distant, RA 246 with a declination of +40 degrees, 5 minutes, 23 seconds. Okay, there's also an NGC 1077b, another galaxy in Perseus, of course, magnitude 14.5 by 0.4 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase b, 400 million light years distant, RA 24602, declination 40:05:33. Off to NGC 1078, a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 15.9 by 0.8 arc minute, lenticular spiral, 392 million light years. RA 24408, declination -9, 2709. Gone deep south now, but look at that sky, not bad at all. To NGC 1079, a galaxy in Fornax Avernus, magnitude 11.5, 3.4 by 2.2 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lenticular A with an angularity, 65 million light years distant, no estimates on me. You're going to have to figure it out for yourself. RA 24344, declination -29 degrees and 12 minutes. Not a bad view. As we navigate, just figure that any galaxy that's 350,000 light years away is roughly going to be about 100,000 light years in diameter, if it's 1 arc minute in apparent size. NGC 1080 is a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 13.5, 1.1 by 0.8 arc minutes, the classic size for that magnitude galaxy. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 350 million light years distant. RA is 24509, declination of -44239. Rolling on the river. Eridanus galaxy, NGC 1081, magnitude 13, 1.6 by 0.6 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar, 177 million light years distant. Right ascension 24505, declination -1535 and 16. Back into Eridanus galaxy, magnitude 15.5. I'm seeing it there, so it's going to be photographic. Let's see what class it is. A lenticular spiral, so magnitude brighter than 15.5, magnitude 14.5. 0.9 by 0.7 arc minutes, 394 million light years distant. Remember 350, 1 arc minute, it's about 100,000 light years in diameter. RA2 4541, declination minus a 1050. There's our 150x view of NGC 1082. NGC 1083 is a galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 14, 1.6 by 1.3 arc minutes. Very nice spiral with a lowercase b, so it doesn't have a particularly bright core. 182 million light years distance. Multiply that 1.6 by 182, what do you get? Right ascension 24540, declination minus 1521.27. Wow, push it. NGC 1084, very obvious galaxy. It's in Eridanus, magnitude 10.7, 3.5 by 2.1 arc minutes. Let's push this one up so you can see some structure. 62 million light years distant, RA2 4559, declination minus 734.38, and retreating a bit for the best aesthetic view right there at about 100x. Almost 21 minutes in to NGC 1085, galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 12.3, 2.4 by 1.7 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase bc, 304 million light years distant. Multiply that by 2.4 and you get something much larger than the Andromeda Galaxy. RA 24625, declination plus 3, 3624. Okay, barely any of this one due to roof try. NGC 1086 is a galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 12.8, 1.5 by 1 arc minutes, spiral with lowercase c, 182 million light years distance, 24756 with a declination of plus 41, 1445. Off to NGC 1087. You can see it right there. A galaxy in Cetus has a nice bright neighbor. Magnitude 10.9, 3.9 by 2.3 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase capital B, 2 spiral arms, C, tiny core. It has a ring, 67 million light years distant. All right, now rings are roughly 4 magnitudes fainter than galaxies, so this is about magnitude 15. We can see the frontier of NGC 1087. 2 hours, 46 minutes, 25 seconds. Declination minus 29 minutes, 55 seconds. A good view. NGC 1088 is a galaxy in Aries, not too far north, magnitude 15, 1 by 0.6 arc minutes, spiral of lowercase a, 322 million light years distant, means this about what? In size, right ascension 24704, declination plus 16, 1159. Okay, we're getting pretty close to culmination here. What we should be seeing is NGC 1089, a galaxy in Eridanus. Magnitude 14, I think we can make it out there. 0.9 by 0.0 arc minute elliptical galaxy, 362 million light years distance. Remember, 1 arc minute, 350, 100,000 light years in diameter. RA 24610, declination minus 1505.25. Off to NGC 1090, right along the celestial equator, that nice edgy on, magnitude 11.8, 3.9 by 1.8 arc minutes. It's in Cetus, spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, 123 million light years distant. Love this one. 2 hours, 46 minutes, 33 seconds, minus 14 minutes, 50 seconds. A good view from both hemispheres right there, backing it off to about 90x. NGC 1091, swimming in the river of Eridanus, galaxy, magnitude 14, 1.9 by 0.6 arc minutes. Should be findable in the field. Spiral of the bar, lowercase a, so it has a brightish core, 392 million light years, RA 24522, with a declination of minus 1732.0. A click away from 1091 is brighter, NGC 1092, galaxy in Eridanus. I did not manage to adjust the pointing of the scope. Magnitude 13.4, 0.9 by 0.8 arc minute ellipticals, 389 million light years distant. Milky Way plus size, RA 24529, declination minus 1732.32. Got some roof blockage here for NGC 1093. It's a galaxy in triangulum, magnitude 13.1, 1.8 by 1.1 arc minute, spiral lowercase ab, 241 million light years distant, about the size of Messier 31, RA 24816, declination plus 34, 2510. And yes, we are pretty much culminating at this point, which causes roof obscuration. Okay, we're on to NGC 1094, that galaxy group we saw earlier. Let's see if I can fit them all in. We're probably looking at this one here. Nope. Magnitude 12.5, 1.3 by 1 arc minute. This is, let's see, spiral with a bar, lowercase ab, so it should have a brightish core. 287 million light years distant, RA 24727, with a declination of minus 17 minutes 6 seconds, right on the celestial equator, approximately. NGC 1095 is another galaxy in Cetus the Whale, magnitude 13.3, 1.3 by 0.8 arc minute, spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 286 million light years distant, RA 24737, declination plus 4 degrees, 38 minutes 14 seconds. Okay, deep south again, outside my parameters actually, but this is a beauty. NGC 1097, galaxy in Fornax, magnitude 9.5, 9.4 by 6.6 arc minute, spiral with a bar, lowercase b, 54 million light years distant, larger than Messier 31. Right-ascension 24619 with a southerly declination of minus 301628. Let's push it a little bit more and go on from there. Okay, 1097 has a neighbor, and I think it's probably this one right here, so it's a little out of order. 1097A is a galaxy in Fornax, magnitude 13.6, 0.8 by 0.5 arc minute. It's an elliptical class 5, 59 million light years distant. RA 24609 with a declination of minus 301343. I did not re-initialize because I knew we were going to see its neighbor because it's designated an A galaxy. At 1098, we'll head off to that next. NGC 1098 is a galaxy in Eridanus. Further north, though, magnitude 12.6, 1.7 by 1.3 arc minutes, lenticular spiral 333 million light years distant, RA 24453 with a declination of minus 1739 and 34. Okay, 1098 had a neighbor. 1099, I'll get you the data on it. It's the last study of the series for the evening. 1099 into the handset. I guess I was a bit premature in initiating voice and imaging. NGC 1099, galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 13.1, 1.9 by 0.6 arc minute, spiral with a bar and a lowercase b, 340 million light years distant. You figure that one out for yourself. RA 24517, declination minus 174231. Since this is probably, there's several galaxies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would consult with theskylive.com to see how these galaxies relate, and adventuresindeepspace.com to get Steve Gottlieb's description of the various galaxies in this series. This one was 1099, and with that, we have completed our studies of the evening, with just a few galaxies being blocked by roof tries to one degree or another. Okay, what we're seeing here is some reflective nebulosity in an open cluster in Orion, and it's very close, of course, to Messier 42, to the south, and Messier 43 between the two. That nebulosity and open cluster in Orion is magnitude 7. It's 20 by 10 arc minutes in size. It is both emissive and reflective. 1,600 light years distant, so it's very close to the Great Orion Nebula. It's at right ascension 5 hours, 35 minutes, 16 seconds with a declination of minus 451 aught. And let's go and see if we can get a longer exposure image of the same as our Carpe Noctem view for the NGC 1050 to 1099 series. Okay, here is our 30-second view of NGC 1977. It was a very good year. We have two stacks. And we're bringing out some of the nice texture that was visible before, but it's getting brighter now. And I am going to let it run. We're at minute 29, 20, 30. Let's do a 60-second view before I hail and farewell. Well, folks, as it turned out, there weren't enough stars detected for some reason at 60 seconds, so it didn't stack anything. We got one stack, and this looks like the original 5-second view, with 3 ignored and a total exposure time of 30 seconds. I'm going to let this run for a second 30-second view. I do not understand why it wasn't able to triangulate, but it didn't. And we should be getting our next stack. It says stack stopped. So this is our Carpe Noctem view for the evening. It is now 7:07 on the 14th of January 2026. We managed to squeeze in everything from NGC 1050 to 1099. Carpe Noctem.